So there are so many emergencies at home and around the world, so you need safe water to use. So I have Mark with me again, and now Alec joining us, and I'm saying I can barely see over this thing. It's a good thing I'm wearing heels. So what is this, the Wow Cart?
Water on wheels, and basically what we've been able to do at the leadership of one of our folks at WaterStep is we've been able to pull everything that we've done overseas, everything that we've learned, bring a team of people together and put this into one kit. We can manufacture disinfectant here at the rate of 50 gallons every hour. We can filter water, we can have UV, we've got other types of filtration that we can add, we have a generator, but all these tools don't mean anything because it's about the people that we want to serve, and you as somebody that we want to help you working in a disaster to be able to manage this. And we've been very successful at being able to train people that can train others and keep one of these carts going with the potential of being able to create 10,000 gallons of safe water a day. So if I'm in a disaster, I'm scared, my life's turned upside down, I may not feel like I have any control, I'm paralyzed with fear, et cetera, et cetera. If I can get the basics, then I can figure out maybe how to move forward step by step with the resources that are around me, and that's what the Well Cart actually does.
And we're looking at pictures right now from Eastern Kentucky and that response. Tell us about how you all were able to jump into action, use these, and help people.
We've got incredible partnerships with the Kentucky Rural Water Association, with Kentucky Public Health, with others, and we've been able to have some successes down south in the Gulf, now with the tornadoes with Marion and now Eastern Kentucky. And I'm going to let Alec talk a little bit about how he got brought into the fold. We didn't know Alec before Eastern Kentucky, and we got to know Alec from a friend who actually trained him. And that's the other thing, is there's a train the trainer model that comes with this. We've got an incredible training platform with this. You said it looks complicated. Give us a few hours and you'll know how to do this, and you'll have the manual to help you get through a day making 10,000 gallons of safe water.
I got started through somebody I knew personally. Tim Meyer, he's from here. He works at the Louisville Water Company, and I'm from Hazard where the floods hit. So I heard WaterStep was looking for somebody local to oversee these WOW carts and oversee their project and flood relief. So it was a couple of days after the flood hit, and I knew I wanted to help out, make a mark on where I grew up. And I got this call from Tim and Mark and the team at WaterStep. They were looking for somebody, and I had to jump at it because I was kind of busy before that, but after I wasn't. So
I mean, I'm sure that's got to be tough, seeing your home hit by such tragedy, but what's it like being part of, just a part of the solution, I guess?
It really hit home, and
it's great work that you were able to do, too. I mean, and now seeing all of this where we are now and seeing all the outpouring of support, what's that like, knowing that there are people who want to help out like this?
Like Mark says, there's a ripple effect of organizations working, and it was really nice to see WaterStep, USA Upstart, the Kentucky Division of Water of Drinking, and the EPA. All these organizations were collaborating together to make an impact on Eastern Kentucky.
And I mean, this WOW Cart too, you were telling me you sent 5 to Eastern Kentucky, but however many you need.
Right. We've got a kind of a strategy that we're working on, and the wonderful thing about Alec is Alec lived through this disaster in Hazard. It obviously still emotional for him, but he was able to be a part of solving that and didn't know anything about doing water before this happened. And that's what we believe with this strategy we're calling the lily pad concept, is something that we're presenting to Kentucky Rural Water and the Public Health Department and others in Kentucky, that if we could position, I don't know, let's call it 50 WOW carts strategically around the state. We've got WOW carts, we've got a few tanks, maybe we've got a shower trailer, but immediately within an hour they can be on site, because we had to pull our WOW carts, had to pull 2 from Western Kentucky where they were serving, all the way to Eastern Kentucky, and we had to buy our tanks out of Atlanta. So we feel like there's a better way to respond to water and disasters, and when you've got somebody like Alec here that we know with that passion, remember it's the why we talked about about earlier. Why do you want to get involved? You bring that why and that passion to the table, then you're able to be able to tackle a disaster like this. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the gentleman that impacted you with the story?
Yeah, we had a site at River Canyon, Breathitt County, Kentucky, and our site was right across from where his home was. His foundation was in one spot, and about half a mile down the creek, his home was there. So he lost his home in the floods, unfortunately. Every time I was there working with this machine, and he would come up and tell me how thankful he was, and again, the ripple effect. He said this water was helping him, his granddaughters, his daughters, his whole family. So this water isn't just helping individuals, it's helping families.
I mean, you're just meeting that one person, but you're knowing that it's going to the entire family. Right. That is incredible. And we were just looking at pictures or videos from Mayfield, too. You all have been all over the state this year. Well,
and the great thing is, again, it's about this wonderful community of partnership that you guys are a part of, Olivia, here at WAVE. I mean, we've been able to learn how to work together to bring something to the table that not many people are doing. And here in the state of Kentucky, we're figuring out how we can do water and sanitation and health differently in disasters.
And right now that video going over to Ukraine, right, too. So, I mean, a huge, not just Kentucky, international response. And I think we're going to get into that in just a minute.
Yes,
but I mean, yes. All that stuff, how do you send that all over the world? Well,
it's great partnerships. It's a relationship with UPS helping us learn logistically and strategically how to get things over there. It's finding those avenues of relationships in Ukraine. We had one cart was kind of snuck through the border somewhere and into somewhere else, and now it's serving in a place that we don't even know. It's finding those folks that realize they need a tool like this and can operate a tool like this and take it wherever they need.
Well, we're going to dive into some of those international efforts in just a few minutes, but thank you all so much for showing this off. And Alec, thank you so much for sharing your story.
Thank you, Olivia.
All right, stick with us here for more WAVE news, WAVE Country, right after the break.